I just got done working out and then just kind of trying to process everything. It has been a challenge after doing Ragnar. Oh my God. I don't know if you ladies followed me on the Fuerte page, but it's a big event. It's 3 legs of mine was 5.3 at an incline of 8,000 for the first leg. And I ran that at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. My second leg was at 4 o'clock in the morning, and that was 3.6. And my last leg was at noon and an incline of 8,700. And that I ran around noon, finished around 1:10. So it was challenging. And this is probably the 9th Ragnar that I've done. I thought it was the 10th, but I've only found like 9 pictures and documents on it. But anyway, this is something that I get together with another group, one of my old semi-private attendees, Aborada Mata. I love her, my Latina. I had her on my team the first year in 2011, and then she started doing them, and I became a team member of hers, which was awesome because I didn't have to lead that charge or be like the team leader, the captain, because it's a lot of work organizing and getting people together and training on top of that training for it. So it's about 15 miles, and we've done the Pacific Northwest one like 3 or 4 times, and then we did Zion 2 times, and then we did Sammamish half one, and then we've done the Tahoe. And Tahoe, I've never been to Sugar Bowl Resort. So these ski resorts that you would normally take a lift on, you ran up it. So I mean, it's always good. It's kind of like traveling for me. Every time I travel, I pick up something new, or I learn something about myself. And in those hard moments where I want to puke or I want to stop, I remind myself that, you know, I'm gonna have grace and I'm gonna walk where I have to, but I'm gonna keep moving forward. And it's a metaphor for me in my life. Like there's some times in my life where it's really challenging. I think I've mentioned this to you ladies, the overwhelm feeling kind of takes over. And I lost that sense of peace. And then I get lost, or I get self-critical, or something like that happens. And then, you know, it just spirals down until I can look up again and then just kind of see myself from a third person perspective or outside of my body, like a witness, and I'm seeing what's going on. And I have to remind myself that that's just my mind and it's going crazy, and I have peace. There's always, I can choose to throw up, I can choose to walk, I can choose to do all these things, but I'm not going to stop. So that was reinforced in this race. And I thought about you all because I think, I mean, as I mentioned on my last post from the 4th of July, just those pictures, is we all have a sense of peace in our lives. We get more in touch with it when we go into meditation and a prayer, or journaling, and communicating with whatever our higher self is, you know, God, Mother Nature, Source, and then just kind of really pull within. A couple of things that kind of popped out while I was running is that my friend, Jen, was 32. She passed. She was on our team in 2019 and in Zion in 2018. And it's just, you know, I'm running for her. Like I get to run because she's no longer here, you know. And I thought about her a lot, and I really tapped into her energy because I feel like we are all connected. We're all one, and rather you be dead or you alive, I still feel like our ancestors. I still feel her energy, and I asked her to help me run up some of these hills because they were really hard. And I kind of did this one for her because all the training, all the friendship reunion, I only see this team every time we do Ragnars. So it's beautiful to get together. It's like a little friend reunion, and then we run and kick ass, and then, celebrate afterwards, because it is just a challenging but fun experience. And it just brings me back to, like, this is life, right? We have our joys, we have our sorrows, we have our mini deaths. Like my um, younger self, is past. There's like, I still have an inner child that I have to cultivate and take care of. But that phase of me has passed, and I can mourn and let go of some of those things. But I can't hold on to that resentment or that energy, because that's heavy. And I want to live in the moment of now and really do healing on me now, so that I can be joyful. And that's why I have you as well. Like, that's why I started the Mamacitas Challenge too, is have another set of community, my mujeres, that we can talk about anything. Aging, beauty, self-care is all part of that, like taking care of your spirit, your mind, your body, and really keep moving, so that we don't stop, and that we don't feel old, and we don't feel like we are growing old, instead of we are growing in our spirit. Like, after reading that Ageless Body, Timeless Mind, it was just so beautiful to think of, like, we have to update our software, because we have the capacity to renew our body every day. Every week, our stomach lining reconstructs itself. We have a new stomach lining. Every 6 weeks, our skin. Every 8 weeks, I can't remember, our top layer, our blood system kind of is renewed. So by the end of the year, 98% of our body is replenished. But I think our perspective also ages us. And it really, I seen that in some of my team members as we were going up, because they paired us up on our last legs. So another team member and my, sorry about the noise. I tend to get that because there's construction at my house. But they paired us up to do each of our own legs together. And I could see what I was drinking prior to the run was just really struggling. And I said, look, you could walk for 2 minutes, but we're going to run for one. Walk for 2 minutes and run. We're just going to keep walking. We're not going to stop. You let me know what you need, but like, let's do it. Let's finish our team out. We're the last leg, and we want to keep moving forward. We don't want to stop. And I stayed with him. Like, I could have gone and ran my race and whatever it is, but that wouldn't be a team member for me either. Like, I felt like I needed to pick and move, usher him along, because he's my team member. And he thanked me at the end of the day, or at the end of the race, and he's like, I wouldn't have made it without you. And you kind of do that for each other. And I think that's what keeps me motivated and young. Like, I'm always starting with people and always moving them along, but I'm also always pushing myself too out of my comfort zone, so that I can grow, so that I can experience, so that I can share, so that I can commiserate with you all. I understand the food. Yep, I know. Drinking, man, drinking only like on the weekends, we can do that, or it's not worth it, or like, what are we trying to kind of numb out on? Like food, alcohol, shopping. I do it too, and I've done it as well. So it's not a judgment on people. It's just like, let's take a look at that. And what is that? Is that truth? Is that who you are? Is that, ultimately going to make you feel better tomorrow? Or are you going to be kind of regret that, or do you need to rest? And do you need to take care of yourself? Like, these are all things I've asked you in the feedback for the email that I sent out. We're going to get ready to start August back on. I just had to get a little bit of time to regroup on this run, because it was pretty intense. And now I'm coming back from it. And all that training just kind of went into practice this last weekend. And we actually left on Wednesday to try to see if we can acclimate to that at least 4,000 elevation. And 4,000 elevation, remember, we're in Seattle, so it's like sea level. 4,000 is like mailbox peak, and then you train up to that point. I mean, even walking up to the ski lodge, I was like, there's a push. But let me know how you ladies are doing. Let me know where you are at, what you need. I'm gonna keep trucking through. I'm gonna keep giving people what they need. Norma and I did the video on the breakfast burritos yesterday. I'll post that up today, but I do want to hear from you. If you haven't shared, this is the time. I don't care if you've done June, January, or whatever. Get back feedback, write. If you don't want to, just chat or whatever it is, just write to me. Let me know how you are doing. Answer the feedback. What do you want to see more of in August? It'll be smaller, but tighter. Like, always know that we're always moving forward. So you can be in it as much as you want to or as little as you want to. That's the Mamacita program. You can check in when you want to, or you can just be on the sidelines. I suggest you be in it and move it and grow it and figure out, like, if you haven't accomplished what you want to accomplish, or if you're back to square one, let's figure that out together so that we can keep moving forward and that we can just inspire each other and just really connect and understand that we're not in it alone, that you don't have to do this alone. You have support, but you have to respond to that support and you have to say what you need, use your voice. So love you, mis mujeres. I'm gonna do a podcast on this Ragnar too. We also have another Ragnar coming up in August. I am gonna do it with Albo. She was our team leader. She needs some people, and I could definitely bring you along if anybody wants to join. I'm also recruiting my clients too, just so you know. Adios, cuídense.